Namaste, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you conventional refrigerated ships, container ships and need for refrigeration in food storage and transport. Subject. Now let's start the topic. First of all, international trade has existed for centuries, but there have always been limitations. When it comes to transporting perishable goods that must be kept cool, the challenges have been formidable. In the 1800s, we sought to overcome these difficulties by placing ice and salt underneath temperature sensitive goods during shipping. Often, though, many of these goods would arrive spoiled, resulting in major losses. By the 1900s, development in refrigerated freight made it possible to transport goods over longer distances with fewer losses, giving rise to cold chain logistics or refrigerated logistics. What began with refrigerated train cars, cargo ships, has exploded onto our highways with refrigerated trucks numbering in the millions. Since then, the industry has grown to over 36 million loads of refrigerated products shipped each year. It seems this growth is likely to continue as refrigerated containers refer ships and other logistics software such as transportation management system software improve. Then what is transport refrigeration? Refrigerated trailers or cargo ships, often referred to as a reefer ships, allow for the transportation of temperature sensitive goods such as meat, seafood, produce, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. These goods must be kept at appropriate temperatures to avoid spoilage. For many of these goods, refrigeration is absolutely essential as they could not be transported without it. This is why specifications for shipping such items are stringent. You may wonder how these refrigerated transport methods work. For most, the technology is similar to your fridge and freezer at home or the air conditioning unit in your car. Rather than producing cold, the units remove heat from an enclosed space. This is accomplished by an evaporator, compressor, and condenser system along with a gas or liquid coolant. Unfortunately, there are a number of problems that can cause these units to work inefficiently. First, leaks are common problems in trucks, ships, and train cars that are constantly exposed to the elements and rough conditions. Second, each time the doors to the cooled compartment are opened, some heat gets in. This is particularly a problem for delivery vehicle which may have to take several stops on their routes. Finally, some small amount of heat can be produced by products themselves even after they have been initially cooled. Shipping and cargo requirements. If you are shipping perishable goods either by land or sea, then expect a great deal of requirements and regulations. With the economic development of nations across the globe and increased awareness among the consumers who now favor perishable items in their diet, safety and health standards are more important than ever. The implementation of the Food Safety Modernization Act only shows these regulations are going to continue to the affect shippers and carriers. Here are some of the requirements of refrigerated shipping that you need to consider. First of all, proper refrigeration equipment, design and maintenance, type of transportation, food safety procedures, required temperatures for goods, separation of goods, sanitation standards, and trailer, container, and or reefers requirements, preloading considerations, multi-temperature refrigeration, pre-cooling, packing considerations and requirements, airflow ventilation, processes of unloading, time between shipping methods, compliance requirements and reporting, carbon dioxide limits, especially for the items like fruits, USDA requirements such as insertion of temperature probes to avoid insects and maintain specified limits, and then documentation. Shipping and cooling systems. There are several methods for shipping refrigerated goods. The most common is using reefer ships. Reefer ships are container ships that carry only refrigerated containers. They vary greatly from regular container ships in size, design, electrical distribution, power generation, and equipment. The special design of these ships makes them better suited for inclement weather since they are enclosed, sealed, and insulated. Because of their self contained system, they can often bypass cold storage upon arriving at their destination. Reefer containers also have systems that cool the air off put by the unit itself. In addition to their water cooling systems, this is used when a reefer shipping container is transported on a regular freighter with the container is stored below deck where there is likely no proper ventilation. Total loss refrigeration, an alternative to the typical mechanical refrigeration units discussed above. Total loss refrigeration is simpler solution used in some cases. During short journeys, frozen carbon dioxide or liquid nitrogen can be employed. It slowly evaporates, cools the entire container and is vented out. This can be last up to 30 days of transit. While this method has fewer maintenance costs, it's impractical for most refrigerated transport uses. Next is controlled atmosphere technology. Due to recent restrictions, new technologies are now focused on reducing greenhouse gases as well as the cost reducing potential of more efficient cooling systems. Controlled atmosphere technology is a system in which the concentrations of oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen are carefully managed. This can help to delay ripening, aging, and decay, as well as to improve the quality and taste of their goods. This technology is a step in the right direction, but there are still many challenges in the industry. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.